What is up? This is your LA in a Minute here with the LA Taco Neighborhood Project because I want to tell you about Palms, one of the most unique communities in all of Los Angeles. Don't believe me? Well, Palms Middle School isn't even in Palms because the borders of Palms are up for debate. What? I'm telling you, this is a very interesting neighborhood and I want to tell you all about it. So let's get into it. So the modern history of Palms goes back to 1915. It's the oldest neighborhood annexed by Los Angeles. But prior to that, in 1819, it was demarcated from the Rancho La Bayona when Agustin and Ignacio Machado would graze sheep and cattle on this land. By 1865, right here on Washington and Overland, they built a schoolhouse, followed 6 years later by a general store. And yes, this is technically Culver City, but remember, the borders of Palms are nebulous. Palms is also home to one of the weirdest and funniest museums you're ever gonna see. The Museum of Jurassic Technology. This place combines crackpot exhibits, actual experiments, things of beauty, medical devices, all under one roof in a private museum. It's definitely worth a trip. Palms is also home to the Tim Robbins Actors Gang Theater Troupe, which performs regularly at the Ivy Substation at Media Park, which is misbelieved to be in Culver City, but again, it's actually in Palms. Palms is also home to Chippendales, which was started by an immigrant from Bangladesh, Steve Banerjee, who owned a disco on Overland called Destiny 2, but he transformed it into a palace of male exotic dancing and curly mullets. Thanks, Steve. Palms is also known for its wide array of affordable eating options from basically anywhere on the globe. Indian, Brazilian, Himalayan, Oaxacan, Peruvian, you name it, it's in Palms. This is a really good city to just explore and go eat. Just ask Jonathan Gold. Anybody who's tried to park in Palms can attest to the density, which is amongst the highest in Los Angeles. 92% of residents are renters, which is attributable to the youth, the education, and the diversity of the neighborhood. Now, the reason is there was a housing shortage after World War II, so developers came in, demoed most of the single-family homes, and built apartments. Now, luckily, some of them have flair, such as the Dingbats or the Polynesian-inspired apartments that you'll see lining the streets. Palms was originally called The Palms because the original developers planted 5,000 palm trees along the 8 miles of road around the neighborhood. Now, by the time Palms was annexed in 1915, the was dropped, and unfortunately, most of the palm trees were felled as well. So Palms is a really unique and diverse neighborhood, even by LA standards. And the funny thing is, I'm here at Palms Elementary School, and I'm not sure whether this is Palms because there are no official borders. Guess I'm gonna have to go find out. All right, LA, it's been a minute.